What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Iamchiefesosa, aka Iamchiefesosa, or as my previous name, Straight Beast, whatever you gonna call me. Before I get right into this gameplay, man, hit that like, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. So anyway, as you can see by the title, how to increase your KDR. For anybody on Black Ops now, you're struggling to hold that 1 KD, or you're trying to get that 2 KD or higher, this video is gonna help you. So anyway, there's a couple things I'm gonna be going over. All this, no BS, no none of that, man. So the things I pretty much can help you with is changing your playstyle for one, your creative class setup, and your map awareness. And the things I really can't help you with is basically like your aim and your reaction time. Those, you kind of just learn like over time pretty much. So anyway, on Black Ops 4, I currently have like around a 4.15 KD. Yes, a 4.15 should be higher, but this KD is subject to change, of course. It could be higher or lower by the time this gameplay is out. And why is that high? Well, I've been playing Call of Duty since like Black Ops 1. So I've seen I've seen how Call of Duty has changed over time. And the way I played back then is a lot different from now. And Black Ops 4, in my opinion, is probably the most fast-paced Call of Duty to date. But that doesn't mean you have to play it to that game's speed, And what I mean by that is like, rushing around can be effective depending on like your skill level. But not everyone really could do it like successfully and like go off, Like you can get like 1 or 2 kills and maybe like the occasional 3+ kill streak. You might get your UAV, your little RC car or whatever, but it's not really gonna cut it if you're not doing consistently. You're not gonna go off like all the time. And your KD, you have like 1 kill streak, you might get a bloodthirsty, but at the rest of the game you might not do well. So pretty much what I say is like, don't put yourself into a bad situation where you can only get like 1 kill, maybe 2. Some people probably rush around the corner just to get that 1 kill, but then they don't realize there might be like 1 or 2 other people in that area on his team are waiting for you also. And so you get that 1 kill and you die instantly, or just about instantly, or you don't even get that kill. But luckily, like on Call of Duty, now they have you don't have assist on the game pretty much. So if you put a bullet into somebody and someone else kills them, then you still get the kill. But anyway, in order to get like higher streaks more often, all you really gotta do is just slow it down. I'm not trying to say that you should camp, because I don't even like to do that, but tone down the rushing. You can rush it to a certain extent, though. You got to be smart with it. But what I'm pretty much saying is you should like control the area of the map, like the outskirts, like control the part of the map, like the outskirts or the middle of the map. Pretty much surround the objectives. Like, don't go head on into objective A, and like pretty much just to try to cap it or to kill anybody in it, because there could be multiple enemies in that area or in that objective, and they'll kill you like really fast unless you play it smart. But instead of that, kill the people around the objective. Go around objective A or B or C or whatever, instead of going head into it. Pretty much clear that area and to help defend or to capture. Let your teammates cap the objective, or you can hop on it after the area is clear. I'm pretty sure like 100% changing your playstyle like this will greatly help increase your KDR. Like, no joke, this is dead as high play, as y'all can see by this gameplay. I take it slow. And this is also what I'm about to get into, is map awareness, which will also come into play. I see a lot of my teammates, they pretty much don't pay attention to their surrounding area, their mini map. And a lot of times if you're on my team, I'll have a UAV up a lot. And I'll have also a sensor dart or my vision post going as well. And they still don't really pay attention to it. And I'm telling you right now, if you really pay attention to your map in your surrounding area, it would really help y'all. I can't really like teach y'all like how to increase it. I can pretty much tell you how to fix like what's wrong with yours pretty much. But all you gotta do is just pay attention to your map and like see where your teammates are at. And you can also see, like on this game, you can see where your teammates are like aiming at or the direction they're looking at. So it can help you pretty much focus on like another side maybe. And hopefully your teammate isn't bad and he'll get clapped. But if he does, then you just got to be aware of that kind of things, And also, I think one of the most important is to pay attention to where your teammates aren't at. They could be on the left or right side. They could be like on objective B or C, whatever game mode you're playing. And you don't see nobody at A. So what if like your whole team's on one side and like the other team's on the other, and you don't know that they could be at like A or something. So you pretty much got to approach that with caution or not go there at all. And so if you don't go there at all, instead of just like going where your team is, just like flank around. Maybe like the other team is like going on a head-on battle with your teammates. Then flank around, pick off anybody that's not over there, and then go around and get behind them and take out everybody. If you do that, that right there is assured like the squad right there pretty much. Or and you can easily get your score streaks right after that. But also be aware of your surroundings and make sure that while you're trying to fight, no one else is trying to do the same thing. So you don't just get clapped really easily. But either way, I mean, it could go like 50-50, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like you just got to pretty much find the right time to do it. But lastly, I think is your creative class. If you've done pretty much the above or what I just said before, and you're not seeing any improvement, then try changing your class setup. Like for example, certain maps only work, like certain guns only work with certain maps well, like maps with longer lines of sights. Try using an AR or LMG, and if you, I don't really like using snipers like that. I feel like if you really try to increase your KD, then stay away from snipers unless you're really just that good with it. But yeah, try using that instead of submachine guns, because of course subs, they don't have their range is a lot smaller than ARs and LMGs, so they're going to be weaker from a longer distance. And so if you're using subs with on maps with long lines of sight, it's going to be harder to win gunfights because your subs is weak. So I mean, I pretty much will go more in depth with this on like one of my videos in the future of what's pretty much like the best class setup, and also with the best specialists and all that. But like smaller maps that have like more corners, more buildings, those you can use submachine guns more often and a lot more easy. You can get easy kills because for one, since they're much more lighter, you can easily aim down sights, all that kind of stuff, and they are faster fire rate. You can take down enemies a lot quicker. Even though you can still use an AR on that map, because ARs, I mean, you can still dominate. It just kind of depends on how you play. But also, that's also what I get into. Like maps with more corners and more buildings, those you don't really want to rush around as well. You want to play that slow, just like I was saying before. And one thing that you could do more often is to aim around corners more often. Because that will really, if you don't have on quick draw or dexterity or something like that, then your aim is going to be slower coming off the sprint and all that kind of stuff. So when you're sprinting, we're about to go in the building or around the corner, aim down your sight. If an enemy is there and you're already aimed down sights ready to shoot, you have a much more greater chance of killing them. But sometimes Call of Duty could be on that BS, you know what I'm saying? And then you can end up still losing the gunfight. It just all depends on really your aim. And then pretty much the things I want to get to that I really can help you with is your aim and reaction time. I can't really help you aim better, as that's pretty much a trait that you pick up like over time though. Like I said before, I've been playing Call of Duty since Black Ops 1. And when I first played, I did not know how to aim to save my life. I literally would run around the map and I would just I wouldn't even aim down my sights. I'll be hip firing. So it took me a good about, let's say, maybe less than a month to help me learn how to actually aim down my sights to shoot. Even then, my aim was still piss poor though. So eventually, when I found out about combat training on Black Ops 1, I went to that just so I could and I had to put the bots on whatever the lowest difficulty was, just to help fix my aim. I did that for a little bit. It really helps a lot just to do that kind of stuff, because I came from a third-person shooter called SOCOM, if y'all know what that is. And so that game, it had auto aim. So I'm sitting here coming to Black Ops. I'm sitting here thinking how in the hell do I aim without auto aim? I did not know how to do that, and that was terrible. And eventually I got better coming with practice. But eventually my aim became damn near on point after Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 I had a little mid 2 KD. And eventually my aim just became fucking amazing. I guess, sort of. But I haven't even checked to see if Black Ops 4 has bots on their custom games. But if they do, go to that and to practice on there. And pretty much it's going to take a while. You're not going to wake up overnight, the next day or anything, and your aim is going to be amazing, you know. And if that doesn't really help, or if it does a little bit, you can also try control freaks. I might get those just to see how they work, but I heard that they really help your aim. So you can also try that to see if you get you a little extra boost. But lastly is reaction time. This trait is something not everybody has, like a really good reaction time. Having a really good reaction time can deeply improve your ability to win gunfights, and getting out of them in other situations where reaction time can pretty much save your life. Like lots of times, I think you'll see in this gameplay, you know, there are times where I probably would get into a gunfight, I kill one person, but 2 more people pop out of nowhere. And I have to react fast enough to either if I want to engage in that fight or if I want to get out of it. You know, and then like when score streaks come up, they're about to kill you, or you hear a Hellstorm missile coming, you gotta be able to react fast enough to not be able to get killed by them. It really can save your life. But I mean, there's probably ways of increasing reaction time if you like Google it or anything like that. But to be honest, I would also go to the combat training as well. Not combat training, but the custom games to help with reaction time. Eventually, as it gets better, especially with your aim, then that's when you should increase the difficulty of the bots. If you can do that on Black Ops 4, I'm not even really sure. Somebody can confirm that. I don't know. But that kind of stuff, it just increases over time as you play video games. If you really want to increase your KD, then of course you can put the time into that, and you'll see improvements if you really want to. Like doing all this can really increase your KD, I swear, by like at least a 1 or 2. And it's like a whole 1. Like for people struggling to get a 1 KD, I promise you, it will get you up there. And the same thing goes for anyone else going for a 2 or 3. I mean, at that point, if you have like a few KD or something like that, I'm pretty sure you should know like how to play the game. But hopefully this gameplay, this commentary helps in any way possible. I myself, I do this a lot. I'm really trying to see if I can get my KD like a 4.5 to a 5. Maybe at this point.
After that damn match shot went bad, I had to change up my whole play style.
I tried my best to explain this like as much as I can to increase your KD. And if I left anything out, let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.
Oh, yeah.
And if this helped you in any way, hit that like. And also, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. And I'm out.
Yeah. That's what I wasn't doing that fucking other match. I had to turn this shit around, man. What the hell? Somebody right here.
Good night.
Yep.
TACOM, establish attack helicopter above.
Python 2-2, commencing hunt.
Eliminated. Sensor available.
Sensors are captured. Target down.
Intel wins wars.
Hellstorm available. Good effect. Hellstorm 1 by. Python 2-2, mission timeline midway. Attack chopper standing by. Bird's taking a beating. Deleted target.
Enemy lightning strike radar detected.
Oh shit.
Hostile lightning strike incoming. Give it everything you've got.
Cuss.
They're running out of lives. Be advised. Hostile attack deploy beacon active.
Hell yeah. I didn't want to leave.
We have the advantage. Another day, another
I needed
dollar.
this shit.
Eliminated. Sensor available.